Howdy folks, Laxo here. Alright, so looks like, unfortunately, I do not have a Jade rebate today. However, that's not going to stop me from getting him and doing some tests on my main account. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and take a look at Byakuya here. Okay, so the first thing to note is he is a defense specialty character. I was not expecting a defense specialty character out of Byakuya, but here we are. All right, first things first, let's take a look here at his base stats. As you can see here, we have 8k HP, 620 attack, and 281 defense. Let's compare that with other units. So Rangiku here, defense specialty. We have 4,500, 450, and 162. Another strong defense specialty character here. 3985, 379, and 172. So he does have some pretty high base stats, so don't get too upset about well, then again, this only depends on how he performs. So anyways, looks like reduce healing and regenerate. So let's see how this works. Also, let's take a look here at his heroic. Increased attack of all defense specialty characters by... I figured as much. Okay, so his heroic is pretty good. His talent is not that great. Extreme challenge and... yeah. Okay, so don't need to worry about his talent, which is a good thing. Don't want to waste resources on that. But let's look at him as a character. Okay. Mastery skill. Deals damage to a single enemy with a 60% chance of inflicting 1 stack of bleeding for 1 round. If the target has any stacks of bleeding on them, Byakuya regenerates 15% of his missing HP. Now, the big thing we're looking at here is missing HP. Unfortunately, it's not total HP. It would be a lot better if it was total HP, but it's missing HP. So if he has 50% HP, and this effect goes off, he only regenerates 7.5% of his HP. Which is unfortunate, but also depends on if the stacking of bleed goes off, and then that effect goes off, or if it's vice versa. It would be unfortunate if it was the other way around, but let's take a look at his rage skill here. Okay. Extravagant Feast. Nice. Deals damage to all enemies and inflicts all targets with Blood Sigil for 2 rounds. What does Blood Sigil do? Reduces healing received by 40% and cause the target to take damage equal to 5% of Byakuya's max HP. There you go, max HP. When being attacked. Blood Sigil can be dispelled and does not take effect if Byakuya is deployed in a backup team position. Okay, so you have to have him on the field to get his ability for Blood Sigil. But let's see here. So what it's saying is it's going to mark all 6 enemies, and then every time the enemy is attacked, they take damage equal to 5% of Byakuya's max HP. So that's actually pretty interesting. So what's going to happen is, again, all 6 enemies are going to get marked, and each time they are attacked, they're going to take 5% of his max HP, which if all 3 targets, let's just say 2 enemies are dead, and there's only 1 enemy left on the field, and you have 6 people attack that enemy, they're going to be taking 30% of Byakuya's max HP. Now remember, Byakuya's max HP stat right here is kind of inflated. So that could be really, really good. But, and also it lasts 2 rounds, so that could be very interesting. Anyways, let's go ahead and finish looking at his ability here after the weapon awakens. According to whether the target has any stacks of bleeding on them, Byakuya recovers a portion of his missing HP. The enemy reduction effect of Blood Sigil is increased, or the healing reduction effect of Blood Sigil is increased. Now, this could be really, really strong. Depends on how much the healing reduction is actually reduced. So, could be good though. Could be really, really good. Now, let's take a look at his passive here. So, Byakuya gains 5% increased damage and 2% increased rage recovery rate every time Blood Sigil activates. Okay. Stackable up to 10 times. Now, I'm going to stop right there. Is Blood Sigil an activating ability? I think when it activates, or its way of activating is when the enemy is attacked, it activates. So, stacks up to 10 times. I'm also curious to see if it activates when the enemy gets hit with a rage attack as well. Because if so, then we want to put Byakuya first in the lineup. But that is interesting. Either way, let's finish reading this. Okay. This effect lasts until the end of battle and cannot be dispelled. Okay, that's what I would want to see. Cannot be dispelled. This effect cannot be activated if Byakuya is deployed in the support role. Okay. And damage reduction rate, 8%. Very, very nice. Okay, so based on what I'm seeing here, he does look like a pretty strong character. I'm just kind of everything relies on his rage attack. He has to get this off. Let's be honest, his mastery skill is pretty much useless. You probably want to put him on a team with Nell and Stark. Probably not Soy Phone, because Soy Phone will just one-shot the enemy team outright. So there's no real need to have Byakuya on that team. However, he does get 5% increased damage. So that is not attack, unfortunately. So that means the procs of his bleed will not be going up with his nobility. Passive, only his damage. So I think this is he's an attack specialty, so he's not going to be doing a ton of damage, unfortunately. But who knows? He could do a lot of damage. We'll just have to see. Wait and see. Does this increase his damage after weapon awakens? Yeah, okay. So his weapon doesn't even increase his damage, unfortunately. So we'll just have to wait and see how it is. My next video when I do testing with him. So anything else we want to take a look at here? His base stats should be the same as any other defense. Yep, effect reduction 5%, crit resist chance 5%. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look here at trial. Okay, so here we are. All right, let's see if he's not going to regen any HP, but 60% chance to find out right now. Must have not inflicted bleeding. All right, so we're going to see what Death Sigil looks like here. I also do like that, you know, Byakuya, when he rages, the bats come by and it looks like it's coming out of his sword, like, you know, Senbou and Sakura. So interesting. But as you can see, they're marked with Death Sigil, which is like a mark across their head that is bleeding. So that's pretty cool. They're also all... Oh, I was going to say, it looks like they're bleeding, but no, it's just Death Sigil that's marked on them. But, okay, so, boom, as you can see, 8K is, I think we said, what, 5% of Byakuya's HP? So, let's see, if we see an 8K proc here. I don't think so. Let's check that out one more time. Also trying to figure out if he gets HP back. Let's mess around with this. All right, so we got a mastery skill here. We're looking to see if he regens HP. Okay, he did. So the bleeding effect goes off first, and then after that, then it gives him back HP if he's missing it. So that is a good thing. That is a good thing, guys. Alright guys, that is actually going to wrap this one up here. Again, I will actually be trying to do some testing here in a bit. See how his HP and everything actually stacks up. Actually, we haven't taken a look at his bonds. I'll take a look at his bonds in the next video. Or when I go over him.